What is up, Sagittarius gang? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. There it is. Here we are. We're going to read your tarot cards. This will be a general message for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, all about love and relationships. Of course, you can always choose to view it through another lens, such as relationships with your family or career or work stuff. Please come into this reading with an open heart, an open mind, a desire to better yourself, and only take away messages that resonate with you. I want the messages that come through to motivate, empower, inspire you. If you're not feeling that way, feel free to try back another week. It's okay, and know that not every message every time will always resonate with you. It just simply doesn't work that way. But here we go. We're going to hop in. Sagittarius in love. What can I tell them? Sagittarius in love. My voice sounds strange. It's because I was up all night singing karaoke, so the vocal cords are strained. But the energy is good. We're going to do it. Look at you ending up with the 10 of Cups. The first message I got from this is like, you know you're not going to be single that much longer. So maybe some of you are in a very serious commitment that it's like, yeah, this is my person. Or if you've been kind of looking around, or you're just on the apps or going out and meeting people, I don't know. I just feel like High Priestess says intuitively, you kind of know that, like, I don't know, you just may have this feeling that the next person you meet or the next person you date may end up being the one. Part of me thinks that for most of you, you've already connected with this person already. So it could be that you're in the early stages of dating, but you just have like a really good vibe about it. Or I don't know. I don't know. It could just be like a friends thing, but it's like whenever you guys are together, like deep down, you're like, I'm hearing Jack Nicholson in that movie, As Good as It Gets. It's like, you make me want to be a better man or a better woman, you know, that kind of vibe. It's like there's something about they provide you with a lot of support or stability, or they build you up to be the best version of yourself. There's, I don't know, something about like the deep wells of, I don't know, emotion or depth of I don't know what it is, like perception or intuition. Something about this person really kind of puts you in an advantageous position to like go out and conquer the world. But the thing is, you guys are doing it together. You do it for each other. This may involve a Virgo, a Cancer, possibly a Pisces. Of course, it doesn't have to be any of those signs, but let's get a little bit more on this. Let's see what else is up. I mean, 10 of Cups is pretty much one of the best cards you can get in tarot. It is sort of the happily ever after card. I would even say if some of you, and this, again, these are general, this won't be everyone's message, but if you're watching this tarot reading specifically for this reason, there is a message here of you may have tried a trial separation or time apart from a person, but the thing is, I think this is one of those scenarios where absence makes the heart grow fonder. It could be after some time apart, you both sort of recognize that you're stronger together. So if you can mend fences or bridge the gap of whatever awkward blocks came in between it, it could have just been like an emotional block. Like maybe you guys had trouble expressing your emotions to this person at one point in time, or something was silent with the High Priestess. It's like someone didn't speak their mind or say what they needed to say. And so maybe something got out of control that could have been sort of dealt with earlier had someone been more brave or confident to speak their truth, right? That may not have been you. That may have been your person too, right? There could have been a little bit of a tiff or what do you call it? Like a riff in the situation. Anyway, there's a very good chance that after, if you were in a relationship and you guys took time apart to focus on your career, focus on yourself, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I would say you may actually come back to this in a much more, again, stronger position. Because yes, something about this, your intuition is telling you that this is the one. Now that's a sort of my first pass through. Let's go ahead and throw some more on this and see. And in the past, one or both of you may have had the temptation to take flight if something got too comfortable or too homey or too familiar. The idea of like Cancer family roots. It's possible when it came to like moving in with this person, or I don't know, like, what do they call that? Like planting seeds, establishing some sort of root or longevity. You may have been flighty in terms of like, ooh, this seems like it's too serious too soon. And again, if that's not you, Sag, it could be your person, particularly a Cancer or a Virgo. Typically those signs do kind of like to settle down and nestle in. So again, no judgment, but you may have been the one to be like, quite literally the idea of flight. That's very important, travel, exploration. So again, it's good that you honored your heart and your intuition that, I wasn't ready to settle down and give up or sacrifice certain parts of my life to be with this person. But again, in time, I think you realize that whatever this person is offering you, it it is what I can see pretty beneficial to you. So I think you're going to know you're with the right person when you don't have to sacrifice everything you love, right? There may be times of negotiation, maybe the exact date of your trip gets pushed back or whatever, you know, a team dynamic. But if you're truly with the right person, they're not going to say no to every single one of your dreams. And I think in time you realize that. I'm getting it's not so much of a wedge, it's like a platform that builds you up. I hope this is making sense to someone out there. It's juicy. I just heard the word juicy. I don't know what that means, but it sounds sexy. Something's juicy. Yeah, a lot of you may have run from something without thinking it through completely or jumped to some sort of conclusion, but I get the same message here. Seven of Swords, sorry, I should show it to you this way. Seven of Swords is like the words don't match the actions, so I get that the actions pulled you in another direction, but your mind still went back to this. Typically, I don't love the Seven of Swords, but it's not always bad. It's the moon in Aquarius. So this can sometimes be someone who struggles to really open up their emotions and, again, sort of express from the heart what they're thinking and feeling. Maybe that's why the High Priestess is coming up, because sometimes she is the silent woman, right? I don't think this is the case for most of you. Maybe third-party stuff with the Seven of Swords. That's not the main message that's coming through. And to be honest, I'm so sick of reading for third-party shit. Like, just don't do it. It makes it complicated. Anyway, you heard it straight from me. Then with the Four of Cups, again, I think, like, if someone fled or ran and was like, oh, I'm going to revisit this later, I think in time, yeah, look, a lot of cards of assessment and sort of coming to terms with the feelings. You know, how do I feel when this person is completely out of my life versus how do I feel by the frustrations when we are together and, you know, how to get through them? There is a lot of contemplation and thought being put into this, so I wouldn't rush yourself with the timeline. Let it happen organically. If you guys chose to sever ways or split ways for a time, again, very likely you will end up back together. And if that's not the case, because of course you never have to go back to someone, you have to do what's best for you. If you are more in sort of camp number 2 of, yeah, I broke it off with someone because it wasn't healthy, maybe there was third-party stuff, again, that message I gave you earlier, it still stands that intuitively, through even in your singlehood, you may sense that something big is coming in for you. It might even be with another Sagittarius, but it could be like the next big relationship or whatever, you know, the next relationship, the next date you go on, you may just intuitively feel like this could be something very good, and I think you're right with the Ten of Cups. So definitely here to reinforce, do not give up hope, because these are all excellent cards. I really, really like them. Let's talk about this. If the High Priestess could speak here, what would she say? He or she, whoever this represents. The name Jack might actually be significant. I said that thing about Jack Nicholson, and then I'm just kind of getting it again, and I don't know why. Jack, Jackson, Jacqueline, Jackie. I don't know who that is, but that might mean something to someone. So another card of Pisces. I asked what would the High Priestess say. I feel like he or she, whoever this represents, would say, I'm kind of scared. Like, I want to venture down this road, but I have a lot of fear and anxiety about what's to come. And the moon simply says, well, be open to the fact that you don't know everything. You can't see everything right now. That is what the moon stands for, right? When the moon is out, the sky is dark, you know, visibility is limited. We just kind of have to go on our intuition. Both these are huge cards of intuition, and our faith too. Remember, Pisces, like you, Sagittarius, is ruled by Jupiter. You know, planet Jupiter is all about kind of like godliness and faith in the divine and something bigger. I feel like the High Priestess, whoever this is, and maybe it's you, it's like, I'm scared, but I still kind of want to do this. Good, then do it. You know, trust that the universe is leading you in the right direction here. You always want to be kind of, you know, behind the steering wheel of your own life, if you will. Don't let fear step in and start driving that vehicle in this stupid metaphor I'm giving you. You make the decisions, right? Don't be controlled by your fear or anxieties, insecurities. Again, if you're in this and if you are with the right person, this person will help guide and navigate it with you. You're not alone in this, right? And maybe just getting comfortable with the idea that you're not alone anymore, right? Maybe you've been very independent your whole life and not really needing tons of people. And so maybe there's fear about having to consider the other person all the time. And again, that's not negative per se. There's just an adjustment period where like, oh, this is new. It's kind of different and I'm not sure I know. Be curious. It's okay. Find out. Make it an adventure, you know, explore. New territory. I don't have to tell you that, right? Make it a game. Make it fun. All right. There also could be fear of allowing one's, not just insecurities, but if somebody struggles with depression, the idea of sharing that with your person and being very vulnerable and sort of exposing all the hidden parts of yourself, you know, the hidden realms, you know, this lobster, whatever, sea creature thing. It's crawling out from kind of the depths of the ocean, you know, whatever that is, emotions, intuition, our soul. So there's, sometimes it's a darker energy, but sometimes it's just us, you know, we are complex beings. We are full of dark and light. And so maybe revealing all your secrets to this person, because ideally in a relationship, there are no secrets, right? I mean, at least nothing that would be make or break, right? Maybe it's just the idea of actually having to admit your faults, and then no offense, but that can be very difficult for Sagittarius, right? Admitting fault, or admitting that you don't know something, or admitting that something scares you. Again, if you're with the right person, ain't no big thing. They're going to love you despite all that. Nine of Pentacles. What do we want to ask about the Nine of Pentacles lady? She has lots of fruit in her hat. To me, that says abundance. Yeah, something, it may have to do with material wealth too. There could be money issues coming between you guys, or someone may be feeling insecure about their job or their money. But again, Nine of Pentacles, very independent, self-made man, self-made woman type vibes. They can stand on their own 2 feet. They can stand alone, but they don't have to. The Ten of Cups is there to be like, hey, partnerships are good too, but you do need to open up and emotionally invest in them if you're going to build and grow. Someone may be doing very, very well in their career right now, or there's just a feeling of satisfaction with whatever you've accomplished right now, kind of digging your hands in the earth, getting your hands dirty. Hard work yields very positive results, especially in terms of relationships. So maybe it really is working on yourself versus working on relationships and merging the two together. Queen of Cups. So a lot of Piscean, Cancerian energy here. You have 2 cards of Pisces and 2 cards of Cancer. So it's possible that there's a single Cancer or Pisces who's eyeing you from behind the scenes, Sagittarius. In which case they may have fear that you're already paired up with someone, or I don't know. I don't know if this is an ex. Maybe it's just a coworker. Maybe it's a friend who has feelings for you. Yeah, actually, that could be it too. The idea of concealing secrets of what? Emotions of the heart space. Yeah, I don't know. It could be that you have someone peeking in on you and kind of checking in on your vibe and seeing what's up. But then I don't know where the Ten of Cups comes in. Maybe almost like they envision you, Sagittarius, as like the dream woman or the dream man, or however you want to say it. I'm getting something about like plenty of fish in the sea. You can't tell this person that. Like they are holding out for you. It almost feels kind of scorpionic actually too, like fixated on the emotions, not letting go of. And I mean, all water signs are very much capable of doing that. Not to say they all do, but the idea of romanticizing the past. We have to understand water signs are very much linked to the past. So yeah, if it isn't a water sign, I would say it has someone who has very strong water placements, like a watery moon, or I don't know, a watery Venus, something like that. And when I say watery, I mean planets in Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Yeah, I don't know what this is exactly, but it has a lot of really good cards around it in terms of building a future with someone that is lasting, that is enduring, longevity. And that doesn't mean it has to be boring or dull, right? The idea of committing to something or someone for life, that is intimidating, right? I mean, I think anybody would kind of want to stop and think about that before they rush in. But if you've been a person who rather than sort of thinking it through and sitting in the uncomfortable emotion to come to some sort of conclusion, if your gut reaction is to always fly and run, I think you're sort of hitting reset, and this is a new chapter because there's been an established loyalty here that it's almost like flying away doesn't work anymore. It's like you're in too deep. You're in too deep. Like the Sum 41 song. Anyone out there? I'm loopy, sorry. This looks beautiful. Some of you, this has like marriage vibes all over it, or I mean, if you're already with a person, let's see. Cancerian can be attached to like mothery type vibes. So maybe some of you are pregnant or talking about a family. And again, maybe your partner has a little bit of fears about becoming a parent, but I don't know. I think you're going to work through it. Yeah, actually the idea of like kind of fertile fruit, fertile abundance, that 9 in Pentacles, Venus and Virgo. Some of you may be, you may have a Virgo watching you too. Yeah, I don't know, like a Virgo may be very fixated on you. All right. Anything the love romantic angels, whatever the fuck these are called. Anything the love angels want to say to us. Love yourself first. Awesome card for the Nine of Pentacles. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Cool. I almost want to pair this with her because he or she, whoever this high priestess represents, like they have a wellspring of emotions and yet they're kind of hidden, right? They're not being expressed. But, and again, this kind of represents both of you. It just depends kind of, I don't know, whatever. The moon says like intuitively you may already have a very good pulse on who this is, or vice versa. This person may already kind of feel almost like psychically connected with you, even though you haven't maybe had this deep conversation. It's like you know. You already know. I've been rewatching old reruns of the Mindy Project, and it's amazing that it took us 2 whole seasons for her to finally like kiss the what is his name, Castellano, Dan, right? Because the whole thing, it's like they know there's like this weird repressed sexual tension, right? Look at these red curtains, red cloths of passion. You just want to rip them open, right? All right, I'm being ridiculous. Is there anything else I need to tell you? Flirt. Yeah, by all means, take a leap of faith. Open yourself up to express emotions, because worst case scenario, you get rejected, right? And then you won't die, I promise. I think the world would be a better place if we were just more upfront and honest with ourselves and each other. But honestly, I don't even sense rejection here. The only thing I sense is that there may be a person, whether it's you or someone else, who's sort of pining after someone who is already taken or who will soon be in a commitment. If that doesn't ring a bell, if that doesn't resonate, then I'm going to stick with the other story of, wow, this looks amazing. So go get your person, Sagittarius. Should we throw some, are we doing good for time? Goodness, I'm chatty. Let's throw some zodiac signs. Aside from water or Virgo, does anyone else want to come out that I may have missed over in the energies here? The Spirit's like, yeah, you missed, bitch. Leo, Cancer, and Gemini, your polar opposite. Gemini and Saggy always showing up in each other's readings. Shocker. Shocker. It's like I can't quit you. I love you, but I hate you. The polar opposites. I don't want you, but I need you. All right, Sag. Please like the video if you made it this far. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And if you want to book a personal, you can do so. There's a link in the dialog box below to purchase on Etsy. Or you can email me directly. Again, that's in the box, and we can sort out what you need, and I can kind of cater it more towards your needs and desires for a personal reading. All right, thanks for joining me today, Sag, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.